Hey there, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. I'm working on a 2-page spread here of my nephew and my niece's wedding photos. And what I've mentioned before, if you are a subscriber of mine, is I went to a crop, and I do a lot with my photos at a crop, but I never seem to really finish a layout, because if you did that, you would have to pack pretty much everything in your craft room, or at least that's how I feel. So once I got home from the crop, I decided to kind of finish the page. So this is lacking title and just really the kind of like fun stuff of this page. Now, I did already put those really big flowers, but what I did do is I added some gold glitter paper to the middle of some of those flowers, and that really sparks up the page right away. I do know that I need some sort of title, so I'm going to measure this area right here, because that is where I want to put Mr. and Mrs., because this is when they're walking in and basically they're being introduced into the reception hall. So I go to my Cricut machine, obviously get a canvas going, and I did a search for Mr. and Mrs. Now, there are a lot of options. Now, I picked out a few that I really like the font. And then once I put them on the canvas, I realized, okay, I need something that's more portrait versus like a square or landscaped, because of the area that I'm putting the title. So that Mr. and Mrs. over there on the left side, that's really more square, and that's why I decided not to use that one. So I really like this one over there on the right side. And once I start putting the offset on them, that's when I realized here I liked it. Actually, matter of fact, I really loved it. But you see how it's really just more square. And again, I realize that as I'm putting it through, even though you see me here playing with it, the offset really is such a wonderful tool on Design Space, because you can do multi-layers of them too. It's so great for titles. So I did all that work over on that left-hand side. And then when I realized, I didn't really like it for the space that I was planning on putting it. So once I realized that, I'll go ahead and just put it in the trash, because I'm not going to use it for anything later. But I do end up using the one over on the right, and I pretty much do the same thing. I put a offset around it and just get it ready for the page itself. And then a really quick measurement. I'm going to bring out the paper again. Hey, I'm going to measure it, because what's the old saying? Measure twice, cut once, or whatever it is. But I really knew I needed to do that, because I've done it plenty of times where I think I've got the right measurement, and it's not. But again, just one offset, and then I went ahead and cut it out with the mat. Now, I did decide to do the top part, or the actual thinner part of the words, in that gold glitter. I'm going to tell you, people, I was messing around with it, and I was playing, and I was, as far as the cuts and the type of paper, things like that. And then I said, you know what, Dorleen, pick glitter paper. And that's exactly what I did, and it cut beautifully. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess sometimes I just want to work harder and not smarter. I was a little upset at myself for that, but it all worked out. And that gold glitter paper is just gorgeous. And it coordinates with the gold glitter flower centers that I just did. Now, again, I'm looking at this. Looks better, looks cute. But it is missing some really, like some bling and something just really like that just, smacks you in the face with beauty, right? So during the expo, I bought this die cut. And it's basically like streamers. There's also little lights and stuff. But oh my God, this is such a good buy. I bought it for like $6, and it was all in the, oh my goodness, I want to say Tall Mouse is the name of the company. I'll look it up, and I'll make sure I put it down in the information box. But I just die cut those with my die cutting machine. I didn't bother to film it, because, if you need help with a die cut or need more information about that, please leave me a comment and I'll definitely answer you. But basically, I think most of us know how to work a die cut machine. So I did die cut in plain white cardstock, and also more of that gold glitter, and I just punch them out on the from the metal dies. And a couple of spots, it was a little bit difficult to move it around, but for the most part, this is so much easier to use than if I would have tried to cut this with my Cricut. And the reason why, even though the Cricut can cut intricate shapes and designs, sometimes, especially like this, the banner part was just so thin. I think it just would have made me crazy to try to cut it with my machine. So I was really happy to find this at the expo, because I thought this was a really, really, really good buy for me. So I'm just trying to decide where I want these streamers, and I put them both on the right and left side, and I just can't believe how much it just makes these layouts pop. I just absolutely love them. I put a little bit of liquid adhesive on the round parts of the lights, and then at the very ends or the edges, and you can see me just plopping them on there. I tried not to use too much glue because I didn't want it just oozing out everywhere, but of course it did a little bit, and that's fine. I have an adhesive eraser, which you can see there in the top kind of middle section of my the screen right here, and that is another time saver and something I recommend people buying if they don't have already. But anyhow, I do hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. I do post at least 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking. The other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center, which is the name of my craft room and also my blog. And usually that could be more paper projects, sorry. But also I work a lot with my Cricut, like with vinyl and HTV and things like that. So I do like to just have fun and play with different type of products. I just finished my second junk journal, or putting it together, and so I'm really super excited to start filming some more videos on that. I am not a artist in any means, but I do love to play with medium and just get dirty with that, paints and things like that. So that's always a fun one. And if you're interested in that, I do have a mixed media and a junk journal playlist, which you are welcome and invited to check out. But again, a lot of fun just moving those little banners here and there to just really dress up the page. Some of them I had to cut off because they were too long, and then you saw me putting them in different areas. But isn't that so super pretty? I just love it. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this too. Bye.